Okay, so I'm eating at the moment, but this topic was just on my mind. So I just want to kind of talk about it because I feel like the way that it's on my mind, if I don't talk about it right now, I'm going to lose it. So while it's here, let me just snatch the opportunity and speak how I feel and what's on my mind and my confusion. Because through my spiritual journey, I've been hearing, I am God, I am an extension of God, and God is within me and I'm source. And just like I am God, and it's just like, how am I God? Like I be feeling so powerless, right? I feel so powerless. I feel like I have no power. I feel like I'm at the mercy of the world. I'm at the mercy of other people because of my past mistakes before, because of how I behaved and like how I was abusing shrooms and psychedelics and how like I wanted to reach enlightenment in my behavior while I was going through spiritual psychosis and all the things and all the people that I hurt. So I felt like I've been going through this stage of karma where I feel like the universe has been like access denied. Like you are not welcome. Like you cannot see beyond the physical, that like that thing, like the enlightenment and the 5D consciousness and all that woo woo stuff. It's like I'd be feeling like sometimes like because of my past mistakes, God and the universe and maybe like the collective, because at the end of the day, like it's like a initiation type of thing. So it's like the collective is like, no, we don't want him, or like the collective doesn't want me, so I'm just like shit out of luck, like I just have to be on the outside looking in. And it sucks even more because I feel like sometimes when I have certain thoughts and when I do certain things, I'm like, oh my god, this is why I don't have access, or this is why I can't come in, because I've fucked up so bad, or like I'm not this perfect person. But I also have to remember that not everybody is perfect, right? Like I think what it's like, I don't know, it's just hard because I don't know, but to me, I just feel like it's frustrating that I have this belief that I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'm this bad person, because nobody is perfect, right? The only difference between me and everybody else is like a lot of people know my shit, know my tea, know how I fucked up, people from my past. So that's why I feel like it's a little hard, but deep down I know like no one's perfect. Everybody's fucked up. Like everyone is a sinner, you know what I mean? So it's just hard because I'm like, okay, so if I'm God and then other people know that I'm God and I don't know that I'm God, then why do they treat me as if I'm not God, right? Like why do they treat me as if like I'm less than, or why do they want me to be less than? Because it's like if I see the God in someone else, I'm gonna treat them with that respect, with that reverence, that like I know who you are, so I'm gonna treat you as such. And my thing is, I'm still praying every day that God allows me to see the beauty in everyone, because I'm still dealing with my own issues. Like I'm still dealing with fat phobia. I'm still dealing with internal racism. I'm still dealing with internal homophobia. Like I'm still dealing with things myself. I'm still dealing with judgment myself. So that's why it's a little hard, because I'm like although I'm aware of this, I still have a little bit of like bias. I still have a little bit of like things I need to work on. But it's like, if I'm this person, or if I'm this being, if I'm this entity, if I'm this God, then how come people don't treat, I don't know, like people don't treat me as such, or like people, like I just feel like the whole universe, the whole world hates me sometimes. Like everybody hates me, and sometimes I have to keep it in the back of my mind. Like I have this way of thinking, like, bitch, even if they don't like you, even if they don't fuck with you, you have to fuck with yourself. Even if the world says fuck you, we hate you, die, bitch, you cannot allow that feeling, those thoughts, that energy to impact you. Like you have to speak fire and desire and power into your life, because if you don't, the world will chew you up and spit you out. Because it's so easy for you to be like, oh yeah, why can't God just tell them to shut the, God gave you the power to tell them to shut the fuck up and say, I am who the fuck I am. God gave you that power, so God wants you to use it, right? But it's so hard because I'm like, sometimes I really have to like find the strength to fight another day, because babe, I be wanting to throw in the towel. Sometimes I'll be thinking it's my last leg. Today's gonna be the day I lose my fucking mind, right? But I just be feeling so powerless that it's hard for me to really embody the fact that I am God, and like I have this power, like I have this amount of power, because I feel like people have been trying to take that away from me, especially when I was going through my spiritual psychosis and I was behaving a certain type of way. I think there were a lot of people who really showed their ass, and although I was acting crazy, there are a lot of things that I was seeing and that I did know that I was accurate on. But when you don't have anyone to validate you sometimes, and when you feel like the whole world is against you, it's hard for you to feel like, okay, I'm valid in thinking this way, I'm valid in believing this way, especially when you grow up Christian and your parents don't really teach you how to follow intuition. They teach you to put your trust and your power into a God, into a source that's outside of you, right? This white man in the sky, because that's the God that Christians know. Like they don't see God outside of a physical man, right? So when it comes to intuition and trusting myself, it's something that I've had to learn through spirituality. It's something that I had to learn through spiritual psychosis, trusting my intuition and being like, yes, even now, like it's still hard when I have a certain type of vibe about someone, or I have a feeling about something and I shut it off because I'm like, no, there's no way, like that can't be true. I'm just gonna put myself in this situation because I don't want to think negatively. It's just like I'm still having a hard time learning how to like navigate my intuition because I'm learning this shit on my own. And when I was going through my spiritual psychosis, I remember I used to tell God, I'm like, God, honestly, fuck all my friends. Like I cut everybody off. I cut everybody off. I started blocking people, family members. I didn't care who you were. And there are some instances where I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that to you, or like I wish I would have handled that a lot better. But bitch, I was going through spiritual psychosis. I was going crazy. Like I don't think people really fully understand. Like, yeah, they know that I was losing my mind, but they think like it's hard because it's like, do you really think that I hate you, or like I ever sat down and thought of you in a negative light? I was in hell, bitch. Like I was going through psychosis. I was not all the way up here. I was doing psychedelics. Like it wasn't a joke. And even it's crazy to me because at the time when I was going crazy, I didn't think I was going crazy. I thought I was normal. I thought I was okay, bitch. I was losing my mind. I was losing my grip on reality. So like when it comes to blocking people, and there's some people who will never fuck with me again because of like how I behaved, and I can't help but to be understanding and just forgive myself. Like, hey, I wish I wouldn't have done that to you, or I wish, and it wasn't like I did anything crazy bad. Like a lot of people, I just blocked you, and then maybe their feelings got hurt. But it's like, bitch, he wasn't okay. Like I wasn't okay. You gotta have some grace. You gotta have some forgiveness. But even if they're not willing to give you grace and they're not willing to give you forgiveness, you have to give it to yourself. And there's so many things that I'm learning from, right? This experience has been so many teachings, so many things that it's like, if I get to where I want to go and the things that I've been praying, I cannot forget this, the hell that I went to, the hell that I breathed, I broke myself like this, I drug it. I can never forget. I can never, Because I was going through my psychosis, I was like, I can't trust anyone, right? Because I feel like there was no one I could talk to about my spiritual psychosis. I feel like there was no one who, like, it's like people knew what was going on, but I feel like, the only way people wanted to help me is if like they would put me through these tests. They would like feel like if like in order for them to like put me on, kind of like I had to be less than. And it's like people start to know your power and they're like, holy shit, like if I put him on game, he's going to surpass me. Or if I put him on game, he's going to take everything and he's going to go and he's going to leave me in the dust. Me? And that's what fucked me up, because when God started to show me, let me put my fry down. When God started to show me, and I was going through my psychedelic stuff, and like I have friends who were low-key trying to initiate me and put me in things. And it was just like, I would have these thoughts of people, right? And it was like, it felt like God was like bringing people into my mind, like, you got to let this person go. And like, you just have to temporarily let these people go. Don't worry, you'll come back for them later. Like, you have to set yourself up. Like, I want to set you up first, get you together. So when you are strong and you are secure, then you have the energy to go back and get them. But I was like, no, I can't. Like, I'm seeing things. I'm like, hey, heaven, I can't go to heaven and leave you. You must come with me. Not knowing niggas wanted to leave me, or they wanted to at least have the power. Let them, basically, they wanted to swap. It's like they destiny swap. Like, that's how I felt. Maybe I could be reading it wrong, but it was just, I feel like there's just so many theories and so many ways that like I can think about the situation, but it just felt like it's like not him, or like not without me, or like he can't have that much power. It's like, it's just weird, because it's like, when did I ever give I was going to make it to the top or go to heaven and leave you behind? When did I ever give a bad person? Like, I might have gave crazy, I might have gave imperfect, I might have gave like still having a lot of things I needed to work on, but I never gave bad person. I never gave evil. Like I said, maybe there are things I needed to work on, because it's hard, because to this day, sometimes I'm like, damn, I must have been a bad person for me to still not have one person from my past be like, hey, what's up? Like, hey, what's up? What's going on? How are you? Like, I genuinely miss you. Like, I think about you and the things that how we were and who you were. And I just wanted to understand, like, why did you feel like you couldn't talk to me? Not one person. So it makes me feel like, damn, maybe I was that shitty of a person. But yesterday I had the thought, no, bitch, you were not shit at all. Like, you were not shit at all. That's just, I don't want to say that that's just them showing their character and who they are, because I also have to keep in mind, like, even though like I'm trying to understand, am I God? I'm like, okay, but if I'm God, that means they're also God. So it's like, how come their God in their mind was like, I don't know, but it's like everyone has a different state of like their consciousness. But me personally, if I always say this, if the roles were reversed, sure, I might leave you because it's like maybe you're taking a toll on my mental health, but I'm never gonna not come back. I'm never, especially if you're someone that I fuck with, I'm never gonna leave you and I see you're doing better. I'm gonna reach out because I feel like that's just how the God in me operates. I try not to say this because I'm like, I don't know, maybe I'm just like talking and I'm really not about that, but until I'm put in that situation, I don't fucking know. But I used to tell myself, like when I was going through my spiritual psychosis, I'm like, God, teach me, put me on, walk me through this, help me understand what's going on, what I need to know, because I don't trust anyone in my life right now to really bring me to you without any strings attached. I feel like everybody was strings attached. I didn't like that, right? So that's where it was like I was cutting people off. I wasn't talking to people because I didn't feel like anyone could really like help me get to where I wanted to go without any strings, or wanted to like feel like, oh, I'm leaving. You know what I mean? And also I think there's that thing where it's like, when you know who you are, then like you hold up a mirror to someone who really doesn't, like, they have their own shadowness, they have their own dark things that they have to work through. And like, I don't know, I only had one friend who I don't even want to go into the details because that's not what this is about. Like, I'll probably talk about more about that on my channel, but I try not to get into the woo-woo stuff because I don't want to sound crazy, but I know that I'm not crazy and it's okay. And also there's a part of me that also used to think like, oh, it's supposed to be secret, you're not supposed to talk about these things. But I don't know if that applies to me though. Like, I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm special or whatever, but I just feel like I'm not, that doesn't apply to me, because how can I really help people and teach people? Because that's another thing. I was like, oh God, teach me, because I want to be able to set people free. Like, which I'm thinking I'm Jesus. I was thinking I'm Jesus reincarnated. I'm like, God, you have to teach me so I can tell people to set people free, because people are trying to keep me trapped. Right? So the way people are trying to keep me trapped, that's how I'm going to free people who are trying to keep those people trapped. How am I going to do that if I don't talk about my experience, if I don't share my experience? And I don't even need to be doing much, because just me talking about this right now will help validate somebody else who has gone through spiritual psychosis. Because for a long time, I thought I was the only one who has ever gone through spiritual psychosis. Sometimes you be thinking you're the only person who be going through shit. When you go on Reddit, anytime you feel alone, you have a question, go on Reddit and you'll see a whole bunch of people. There's a thread on people who have all gone through spiritual psychosis, who have gone through the same exact thing as me. And even if it takes one person to just watch this video and be like, oh, I'm not crazy. Like, see, he was going through the same thing. And that's how I'm going to find my community. Right? So for the longest time, didn't trust anyone, cut all my friends off. And now I'm just at this point where I'm like, trying to understand. I'm like, okay, God, I keep seeing people are saying, oh, I'm God. God is in me. Ancestors, I believe in ancestors. I do believe in ancestors, because why not, right? Like, why not? It takes nothing to believe. So if for me, I don't mind believing in Jesus. I don't mind believing in Allah. I don't mind believing in Buddha. I don't mind believing in any of the hundreds of Hindu gods, right? I don't mind, because life is just, the world, the universe is just so massive. Who's to tell what is real, what's fake, aliens? Like, it's just so much. It takes nothing to believe, and I just feel like, why not believe in it, right? Like, who am I to sit here and be like, oh, that's not true, that's not, even the devil can be real, right? I don't give a fuck, because I'm learning that the devil has no power over me. I'm trying to increase my power, but like I'm saying, like, I just believe that it can all be true. It takes nothing to believe. Like, me believing in Jesus, why not, right? Like, me and Jesus are cool. Like, I'll think Jesus is my ancestor, right? Like, people will be like, oh, my ancestor is Archangel Michael and mine is Jesus, I guess. Like, because that's the only one I really know. Like, I've only ever had an experience with Jesus. Like, I've seen Jesus in a dream. Like, Jesus has come to me in a dream, and it wasn't no white man, right? So, like, I feel like, yeah, Jesus could be my ancestor. Jesus could be my spirit guide. Like, I just don't do the whole church thing anymore. Like, I'm just not doing the church thing. I'm not going to church. I'm not reading the Bible. But, like, Jesus wants to talk to me. Jesus can talk to me direct. Like, Jesus can Jesus can meet me down here and be like, hey, look, bruh. And I feel like me and Jesus, like if me and Jesus were ancestors, if Jesus was my ancestor, sorry, I'm getting a little like excited. Me and Jesus were ancestors, or Jesus was my ancestor, Jesus was my spirit guide or whatever. Like me and Jesus would be locked in. Like me and Jesus would be cool as fuck. Like because Jesus is cool as fuck. Jesus is cool as fuck. I don't know why these Christians are, oh, Jesus was hanging out with the prostitutes. What are you talking about? Jesus was cool with the strippers. I fuck with the strippers. Like, hello, when I was going through my spiritual psychosis, I'm like, I'll never be poor because worst comes to worst, I'll be a prostitute. Like, I know that was crazy, but now I'm like, bitch, yeah, like, duh. Like, I know it sounded crazy because I was going crazy at the time, but like, it's like, yeah, I will never, ever, for me, I feel like I don't believe in me ever being poor or like homeless because I'm always find a way to make money. Like I don't care if I have to sell my body. If that's how I have to make the money to keep myself going, that's what I'm gonna do. Does that sound right? Let me pause. Because I'm like, yeah, I can pray to God and stuff, but like I don't know, right? I don't know. But I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to survive. Like I don't care if I need to sell my body, if that's the only option. I'm sure I'm gonna look for other options. I'm not just gonna go straight to selling my body, but like worst comes to worst, like if that's what I gotta do to live, then that's what I'm gonna do. Like, and God and Jesus is gonna understand, and they're not gonna make sure I do that. Actually, they won't even make sure I do it at all. But even if I have to do it, I won't have to do it for long. Yeah, whatever. But like Jesus was cool with everybody. Jesus was not a judgmental person, was not a judgmental asshole. If anything, they did Jesus like how they're doing me, right? Like I feel like the world is like kind of like, don't fuck with me. That's how I feel like the world wasn't fucking with Jesus. Whatever. I try not to talk like get into it because it makes me sound like it makes me sound a little crazy. And I know I'm talking fast, but like bear with me. I also don't want to be like labeling myself as crazy because I don't think I'm crazy. I think I'm just like going through a spiritual experience right now, and I'm just trying to have an understanding and reach out to people. And these are things that I would use to talk to my therapist about, but I don't have a therapist anymore. So now I'm telling you guys, but I usually don't talk about this with anyone. But yeah, like I'm God. I really don't understand how. I'm trying to learn still. Like there's sometimes I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever, but overall it's just like, okay, I'm God, now what? Like I'm God, now what? What do I want to do? I don't really want to do anything. Like does it change that much? Like what happens? Like I'm God, now what? Like the world is my oyster. What do I want to do? Chill, kick it? Like I don't really think I'm such a chill vibe. Like, do I like to have fun? Do I like to do things? Absolutely. But I also feel like I'm a vibe, and it's hard because, like I said, past experiences, people made it seem like I was this evil person, like I was bad vibes. Like I gave crazy, I gave whatever, but it never gave evil spirited. It never gave bad energy. It gave like confusion. It gave sad. It gave desperate. It gave um it gave lack of guidance. It did, but it never gave evil. I was never evil. I was never that, you know? So I repeat that because I feel like I blamed a lot for a long time. I blamed myself and like called myself all types of like bad names and whatever. But it's like a lot of people threw stones and hid their hands. You know, like a lot of people in my life, they threw stones, they hid their hands, and they did not once say like, yes, this is how like I I contributed to what you were going through. Instead, it's just like I'm taking responsibility for everybody's behavior. Like this person did this to me, but like, yeah, I'm blaming myself because how I responded, but no one's acknowledging like, hey, you threw that stone first though. Like, yes, I understand he wasn't any better for how he responded, but like, can you acknowledge the fact that you also had an issue? Like you were also responsible for what happened. You played a part. No one has yet to ever do that, and I'm just trying to get over the fact that no one will ever do that and move on, right? Like no one has to try to have a conversation with me and sit down with me and like rekindle things and just move on with the simple fact that that's okay. Like that's not gonna happen, and you're gonna be okay, and you're gonna live, and you're gonna survive regardless of whether or not people come back into your life and try to rekindle things. And like honestly, you shouldn't really give a fuck, right? You should like let them be where they are, let them be in the past. Like they chose how they want to, who they are, how they want to be. Let them be that. Like, you know, they already made you out to be this shitty person, this evil person, this like whatever. They said all these things about you. So they have to stand on that, right? They can't come back because they have to stand on that. And I also have to have the mindset of like, let them stand on that, right? Because I'm such a forgiving person. Like, yeah, come on, like we can be friends again. Like, for sure. Like, I miss you. Like, we like, we're cool. Like, we built, like you were there at a significant part of my life. Like, you were there in a very primal state of like my life and my becoming of who I am, right? So it's like, why would I not want to like have you back in my life? But it's like, no, you have to allow people to stand on that, because they had me, I want to say they had you fucked up, speaking in the person, but they had me fucked up. They had me fucked up. Sometimes I have a hard time thinking like, who am I for them to have me fucked up, right? But sometimes I have it in the back of my mind like, nah, niggas played in your face. They tried to play in your face. They gaslight you. They had you fucked up. Okay, so I'm just hoping that I become more secure in my understanding of who I am, get a better understanding of who I am, and try to be a better person, a 2.0. I don't want to be in everybody's face, yeah, be the nicest person in the world, like, but I also want to be a good person. Like, that's what I want to be a good person, and I'm gonna fall short, but like, I'm not perfect. I want to be a good person, not a perfect person. I'm tired of trying to be perfect. So yeah, I don't know. My phone is about to die. I'm trying to see if I can plug it up, but I honestly don't want to sit around talking too much and saying any more, because I've said like the little bit of what I needed to say, and you get the drift of like who I am, and like that's the whole point of my channel, having a better understanding of who I am and who I'm trying to be, and where I've come from and how far I've come from and my story. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm sorry if this video was all over the place. I also want to get better at saying I'm sorry. I don't want to be saying I'm sorry. I feel like I'm always saying I'm sorry. Bitch, what are you sorry for? You didn't do anything wrong. You made a 22-minute video talking about how you feel and what you're experiencing and what you're going through. You have done nothing wrong, okay? Stop being sorry. Stop being sorry. And I want to stop saying sorry and start saying thank you. Switch my I'm sorry to thank you. Ah, shit. Like, I want to be a spiritual baddie so bad, but I don't want to be I don't want that to be my whole, like, personality, right? Like, I want to be also very much in the physical, like, in the physical realm and enjoy the physical life. Like, I want to enjoy the beach. I want to enjoy the club. I want to enjoy nature. I also want to enjoy the club. Like, I don't know. Like, I want to have a good time, but I also want to have I want both. Like, I want both. I want to be physical and I want to be spiritual, and I want to integrate them. I come from my mom's side is super Christian and my dad's side is more spiritual, and I'm like in the middle. I'm like mixed. Okay, like I bring the two together, and then there's me, and I'm like, I believe in all of it. I think there's some truth in all of it. It just depends on how you use it. Some people use Christianity for evil. Some people use it for good. Some people use witchcraft for evil. Some people use it for good. All depends on how you use it, and also it depends on how you interpret it, your perspective on everything. So it's because life is very subjective, you know, like I can sit here and be like, oh, this is how I think about this, is how I feel about this, but then someone's like, oh, well, like this is how I feel about this. So it's just like how you feel, how you move. But they say light always drives away the darkness. So like, do with that information how you want. I'm still learning, you know, like I'm still a baby in this shit. I really don't know much. But I don't know, like I don't know who my spirit guides are. I don't know who, like, but like it's, you know what? It's just so overwhelming that it's like I don't really care. Like I'm just like, God. I'm just gonna talk to God because that's all I know. Like God, whatever, because I do, although there's that, I think there's just one big God, right? Like there's just one God, and it's just like, I'm gonna just go to that person. I'm gonna just go to that source. I'm gonna just go to them. I'm gonna just go to it and just be like, hey, like, God, this is how I'm feeling, like, whatever. And like, it would be really cool to have Jesus as like my spirit guide, ancestor, like, but not like the Christian version. Like, I want like that nigga Jesus. Like, that's the one that I want. But cause that one's fun. Like, what? Are you kidding me? But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Just learning who I am and learning to trust myself and what I see and how I feel. Being in tune with myself, being in tune with my body, being in tune with my vibe. So when I step out and I'm around other people, I can know, like, differentiate between whose vibe is this? Am I picking up somebody else's energy? Whose thought is this? Is this my thought or is this someone's thought? Because I walked out of my house having good thoughts, having positive thoughts, thinking positively about myself, thinking positively about where I was going and who I was going to see. Now I'm here and my thoughts are changing and I'm thinking negative thoughts and I'm feeling negative. So it's like, this is not my vibe. This is my energy. Let's flip it and let's go back to ourselves and let's be grounded. That's what I want to learn, how to alchemize my shit. But thank you so much for watching. I hope I continue to have the courage to speak more on things like this and help people and build a community on things like this. People who have gone through spiritual psychosis and going through what I'm going through, because sometimes we think I'm the only person going through shit or who has gone through this. And I'm like, no, wait, there has to be someone out there who has also gone through shit. But there's also a part of me that's a little scared. Like, there's also a part of me that's a little scared. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but I think like that's okay. Like, that's normal, right? Like, I don't think anyone entered like spiritual, like, when I had their spiritual awakening, did have like a little bit of fear and a little bit of questioning. It's just like, God, I just want God to be like, help me, like, speak to me through that fear, speak through me and guide me through the fear. Like, I want God to be able to guide me through the fear and be patient with me and give me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to walk through this journey, and protection, because it's, hey, when you go through spiritual awakening, you be thinking, oh, everything is love, everything is light. Hey, there is darkness, so because there is good and bad. So if there's good and bad, that means there's good and evil. Well, that's the same thing. That means there's light and there's darkness. So although there's like there's still gun 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 gun. There's still gun 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 gun. Trust me, I've witnessed the gun 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 gun. Hey, it's. So I think that's where I fucked up, because I was doing all that thing in my spiritual awakening through my spiritual psychosis. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was saying. I didn't know anything, but I thought I was doing the right thing, right? So that's another thing. It's like, I genuinely didn't think I was doing anything wrong. I genuinely didn't have bad intentions. I genuinely don't think I had bad intentions. Trust me, if I had bad intentions, God knows, if I had bad intentions, I would not be here right now. If I was a shitty person, if I was evil, this conversation would not be happening. It would not be happening, because I'll be in hell. My mind will be lost. And that's something that I remind myself. God, I think maybe God even be reminding me, bitch, if you were bad, if you were evil, like people had to project on you, you would not be here. How you tried to project on yourself, because at the end of the day, I only project that because of like, maybe I project that because I feel that way about myself, but I also feel like it's a projection that I'm picking up from other people. But yeah, like, I feel like people thought I was evil. People thought I was like evil, spirited. And I'm like, if you were that bitch, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here. You're a work in progress for sure. You ain't perfect. But there are people who have done some fucked shit and they are still walking around here. And ain't nothing happened to them. So if you, like, I used to tell myself, I'm like, I don't know why I feel so bad and why I beat myself up so much, because it's like, bitch, I didn't kill anybody. I didn't sexually harass anyone. No, I didn't sexually harass. I'm like, I know that still was like, bitch, why you look like that? No, it wasn't like that. I was like, I think about conversations that I have with like people, but I'm not like stalking anyone. But you know what I mean? Like, I've never like done pedophilia. Like, I've never done anything where it's like, bitch, you deserve the shit that you're getting right now. So that's another thing that be beating me up. I'm like, God, I'm not bad. Like, people have done some fucked up shit in this life, in this universe. I don't even think I've done a quarter, you know? Maybe I haven't, I just don't remember, right? Because I also don't want to be coming on here trying to be too perfect. I want to be able to like report myself, right? I don't want to be a hypocrite, but at the same time, I also feel like sometimes I don't have to share every single thing. But I also want God to give me wisdom to know when to shut the fuck up. This is okay. Like, I feel like this is fine. This is okay. Like, this is cool. This is tea. This is 30 minutes, but it's okay, right? But also like you don't have to like sometimes you think, oh, because you confess, that means like you're a good person, no, you don't have to confess. Like, deal with that shit internally, deal with that shit in yourself. Just because you say it out loud doesn't mean like you're not gonna get karma for it, or like it's gonna make it go away. Like, no, just because you confess something doesn't mean that's like some what's it called, control type of like religious, like confess and tell me your secret. Like, no, you don't have to confess to anything. You don't owe people anything. You don't owe the world anything. Anything that you give them, you're doing it out of the kindness of your heart. You do it because it's your passion. You do it because you genuinely want to do it, not because you owe them anything. And same vice versa. No one owes me shit. No, I be nosy as fuck, and I have to remember that, bitch, they don't owe you anything. Like, you might be asking because you have good intentions, like not because you want to go spread their business to everybody. You might just be, I'm just a curious person. I just want to know. I just want to ask questions, right? But like, you have to be okay. One, you can't be afraid to ask. And two, you can't be feeling some type of way if they don't want to tell you anything, right? Like, people don't have to let you know their private business or let you know how they feel about anything except no, right? So yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now because I think I've said what I needed to say. I don't want to overdo it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this made sense. I think it made sense. I'm happy with it. Okay, I think I really got a lot out of my chest, and I feel like I can have space in my consciousness to figure some stuff out, and have space in my mind for God to give me some more wisdom and let me know what I need to know, and like other ideas for videos and things I can talk about to like heal myself, because this is very healing for me. This helps me a lot. Which is so crazy. Like for the longest time I tried to like, my God, give me another gift. Give me another gift. I don't want to do this one anymore. Just allow me to wake up one morning and have a beautiful voice like an angel. Like, just open my eyes so I can be an artist, a painter, or maybe a poet, a writer. Like, I don't want to do this anymore, but this is my gift, bitch. Like, I'm good at it. I do love it deep down. The only reason why I be trying to downplay like I don't love it, because it's like I feel like it's hard. Like a part of me, although I have faith, there's a part of me that also feels like, what are the chances, right? Like, what are the chances I'm gonna wake up and I'm gonna have 10,000 subscribers, right? So that's another thing that like makes me doubt and question. Is like, what are the chances? But the chances are very high. The chances are very high, bitch. The chances are in your favor. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. This is my second video in like one day because I was just eating. I'm like, you know what? This thing is here right now. Let me just ask. Let me just talk about it. Let me see who can help me like with some answers and shit like that. And just like maybe someone out there can relate, and they've also been through what I've been through and they've made it on the other side, because there's nothing like being able to say you've been through hell and back. Like, what? I've been through hell and back. Yes, you've been through hell and back. You are a soldier. Okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.